It's market up, or should I say, it's silver and gold time. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Man, I love what I do. I love these videos. I truly do. I just have so much fun with them. You gotta have fun, you know what I mean? You gotta have fun with what you do. So yeah, it's you gotta have fun what you do with these markets. Anyway, I tell you what, guys, like silver right now. Silver's absolutely gun-ho. Markets are closed tonight, but what's actually happening is silver is up like 1.5% today already. I don't think it's gonna keep going that far. Like maybe, I don't know. Silver's just taken off. Just gun-ho. Look at it. This is today's bar. 1.5%, 1.4%. You can see what's going on up here. So, guys, silver is just gun-ho. Now again, guys, nothing keeps going up where it is. Nothing just keeps going up. And this is the worst time to get into silver, right? Whether it's silver or gold or stuff like that, this is the worst time to get into it. Now, again, guys, let me just put a caveat on that. I could be completely wrong, and this thing just could completely shoot up to 50 right now, and I could be completely wrong. But I'm all about smart entries as well too. I will not be buying silver up here again unless I get a nice good pullback, and then I'll get into it, right? So again, silver and gold right now are very, it's a tricky one to call, right? Because we know so many people are looking to get into this because of what's happening right now. So guys, I really don't know like what's going to happen. Look at this. It's almost up 2%. It's just going crazy right now. Silver is just absolutely just going vertical. Absolutely vertical. And if you bring up your charts and you squeeze it up, and let me actually bring up that weekly chart. This is the weekly chart. The weekly chart, if I squeeze it up, the next sort of support and resistance levels up here, you can see this is where it looks like it's trying to run to right now. It looks like it's just trying to have, it looks like it has another maybe 6 or so % to the high side, and then we're likely to fail through there. So it's not at a breaking point yet, I don't believe, but 2.5%, 2.6%, you can see this thing's just going absolutely nuts where it is right now. So 2.7%, look at it just buy up. It's just 2.7%, 2.71, 2.74, 2.73. You know, it's just, this thing is just going absolutely nuts where it is right now. Silver is this is just going crazy. And the thing is, guys, is that once again, a lot of people may be thinking, now, John, now's the time to get into, good time to get into silver. No, when, you know, if you were looking to get into silver, it was back before the explosion. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is a bad time to get in or a good time to get into now if you haven't got into this, because I just don't know how far this thing is going to explode or how far this thing is going to take off. Because I just really don't know that's the tricky question with silver and gold. Are we just going to keep going vertical with this thing here? So guys, you got to do your own analysis and be happy with the risk and so on and so forth. But for me, guys, I'm all about smart entries with every trade decision I do, and that's the reason why, if you guys go back to my SLV, let me bring up my SLV here for a minute. You guys know with my SLV, you know that I got down here, and you can go check out the video back there as well too. So I'm still in this right now, guys, and I'm not selling. There's no need for me to sell right now, but I did get in down the bottom here. And that's the reason why I get in there. So once again, guys, silver's taking off. I don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing right now, or should I say a good entry or a bad entry, because we just don't know when it's going to stop or when it's just going to explode. Now, and that again, guys, that's the thing. I just don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know where this thing is just going to stop and where it's going to keep going. Look, it's 2.6%. This thing's just taken off again today. Now, whether it's gonna end up here or by the end of the day, I don't know that, guys. This could end down. All right, but what I do say is silver and gold is just completely taken off, and looking on the weekly chart, looks like overall this thing's trying to run up to the 2150 mark, where it's got a lot of resistance where it is right there. So, and yeah, but to me, once again, guys, silver is absolutely just going nuts. I really like silver. Now I know I don't own any physical silver, but I'm riding the silver trend. I'm SLV. I'm benefiting from that silver price move. So you guys that want to own physical silver and gold, I have my opinion on that and so on and so forth. And I do believe that's actually a good strategy if you want to do that. But for this one particular trade that I did live right in front of you guys, I'm just showing you guys what's actually going on right now with the continuation of this move. Guys, I don't know what's going to happen to this price. Maybe we do just continue to get a spike from here, and we just keep getting big moves up and big moves up and big moves up. Maybe that's what happens, and maybe by the end of the year we get above 50. So I don't know, guys, but silver's just gone absolutely nuts. It's gone absolutely just crazy. I don't believe in getting into a market. And this is just me. I don't believe getting into a market when the market has already just exploded up to the high side so much so fast, because I do believe that if we do continue up and we have some more serious moves to the upside, then we're likely to get a good pullback, and then I believe that'll be a good time to buy. But I don't know with silver, because silver and gold is a different kettle of fish, because so many people right now are jumping on this bandwagon that it could just be limit up, as Bo Polly says. And especially if things just start to go really, really haywire, and especially if the COMEX default on delivery and so on and so forth, right? This is going to be absolutely nuts. What's going on right now? So, guys, overall, with what you're seeing here with silver, it's totally up to you. If you haven't gotten the bandwagon right now, then, guys, to me, I would say wait for a good entry based on what you think is a good entry. Right, with your good risk to reward ratio. I'm always looking at risk to reward ratio. Now let's go and have a look at gold as well too. Gold actually broke out of my little wedge here. All right, so you're gonna call it like a little wedge or a little pennant through here. So this was actually the this here was the wedge, and you can see where it is right now through there. So you can see actually gold actually pulled back a little bit, and now it's rallying up to the high side. So looks like gold is actually breaking out now. Had this higher close bar here, had a little rally down, and then it took off, and maybe gold's ready to take off as well too. Now, where does gold go to after this? Or after this run? Where is the next likely area of running? Oh geez, look at this weekly chart. This is the weekly chart. So looking on this chart right now, guys, as you can see, back around the $1,400 level, guys, around that level is where it looks like it maybe run to 1380, maybe 1390. Looks like gold now is starting to run. It looks like we may get a bit of a move, 3-4% move up to this resistance level, and maybe it pauses there and we get a nice pullback from there. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. If we start to get some limit up buying and stuff like that, we're likely to start getting some big moves and some big spikes, and maybe these new highs up the top here, which is at 1900, maybe that's where it's going to go. Because if you go back in time, guys, let me bring up a monthly chart. This is a monthly chart here. Let me bring up a weekly chart here and squeeze this right up. If you go back, actually, you know what? Let me go back to just GLD here for a minute. If you go back to say 2008 and stuff like that, you can see how fast things can move. Like, look at this just vertical move, and this is a weekly bar, and literally it moved like 20%. Where it is right now, you can see this GLD right now. You can see, this could move good 10-20% and just keep running up. You know what I'm saying? So guys, where does gold stop? Where does gold stop? And where are we likely to run to? That's the $1 million question, right? For me right now, especially with silver, I think we're likely to see so much more upward movement from here. But as I said before, guys, some people say, "Oh, I'll have a look at silver based on what you've been saying, John." I'm like, no. My view is that silver's going to keep going up. But we're not going to keep going up all the time, right? Again, this is the hard thing about silver. Do we just vertically just keep taking off? If so, I won't be buying silver again, or SLV, or whatever you want to call it, right? I'm riding the silver trend. But what I do say is if we get a nice decent pullback, then I'll be looking to get into some more on, say, silver or SLV. Why? Because I see the trend up, massively up. So guys, that's the $1 million question. Do we just vertically take off from here and where it is right now? And that's actually, and say for example GLD right now is 128. That was actually a good price before it gets back to up here. Do we do that? Or same with so obviously that's the gold, and same with obviously silver. Is now a good time to enter? Because, looking back, say 6 months from now, it's likely to be 50. Oh, I don't know that. No one knows that. For me, guys, again, for me, trading is all about seeing a trend and then jumping on that trend at a smart time. And that's why, guys, you have followed me. If you guys have been following me ever since, that's where, like with my SLV, let's go back to here and go back to my daily chart. That's like with my SLV. That's the reason why I did a video, and I even typed this sign out here saying I got into SLV here, or silver here. This is where I got into it here. This was a smart time for me to jump in on a trend that I believe that was going to be a good trade. I don't just jump onto something because I think it's going to be good. Like right now, this is just, to me, it's absolutely just so risky to jump into silver right now. Again, but that's the $1 million question. Because in 6 months time frame, are we going to be at 50? We just don't know. But for me, guys, even if I think something's going to go up, I'm still waiting for a really good trading opportunity. Right? And obviously you guys know what I'm talking about there. So anyway, guys, that's a little update for me. It's just silver and gold right now are just really tricky right now. Are we going to get capitulation when the market just takes off right there? Peter Schiff in his last podcast thought when we start to open up on Monday and Tuesday, we're likely to start seeing some big upward movement. So right now, as I speak, gold is pushing higher, and silver is just like verging on 3% to the high side. So just absolutely crazy silver is. So anyway, guys, it's going to be crazy week from silver and gold. Be smart about your trading decisions. Even if you think something's going to take off, and you're going to see the mainstream is going to talk a lot about silver and gold now because everything is taken off. Right? Everything is taking off. Be smart about your trading decisions. Just because you think something's going to go up doesn't mean you just jump in there. No, you have your thoughts about you think something's going to go up. And if that's the case, you get in on a nice dip if that's the case. And that's what I'll be waiting for. And if I don't get that nice dip, well then guess what? There'll be no more extra trades for me in silver. But if I get a nice dip in silver, guess what I'll be doing? I'll be getting in some more. That's just what I'm looking for, guys. I'll see you in the next video. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course. And I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.